Good day and welcome to episode 13 of the Bards Dungeon. Apologies for my absence over the last month. I've had some severe health issues, but we're back and we're moving forward. So, in the last edition we escaped the Bards Dungeon, finally, and now we're heading to Emerald City. So this is going to be a bit of an unusual video. There is not going to be any action at all, but what we are going to be doing is taking the long journey to Emerald City. Now this has been designed, we don't go straight there, we go around the houses a bit, we actually go round the back of the Bards Dungeon first. But we go past the places we've been. There's Survival Island, there's the Island of Lost Dreams. Over here, if it loads up, we shall see Cloud Castle. At this point in the game you may or may not have visited there. If you want to go there, all you have to do is go back to the 0 point tower we've just left and get the minecart rail to go back and make another choice, and that will take you back to the Island of Lost Dreams. Overhead, drop you down there, and then you can take the long walk to Cloud Castle. Should be appearing soon, if we don't run out of track first. This adventure game has been designed with maximum chunk distance visibility. Future ones I've brought it down a bit because, as you know, the way I build it can slow things down in some places, but this is my first adventure game and it's got maximum chunk distance. And there's Cloud Castle loading up there. That's the 1,000 block perimeter of the internal of the game, the main part of the game. It goes right the way around. Okay, now the back of the Bards Dungeon will load up again in a minute. And what comes out of it, of course, the entrance to the Nether on coordinates 666 66 666. Has to be done, come on, everyone knows the Nether's the equivalent of hell in Minecraft. I often build my own hells, or am in future adventures, but the Nether clearly is. Anyway. So, and what we're seeing over there, of course, is where we started the game. This is why I've designed this track around here, so you go past everywhere you've been. There's Heaven. That's where you started this entire game, right up there. But what's going off of Heaven? Well, I've extended the game even more, and there's a new area. Now, remember the hint when you left the Bards Dungeon? You follow a certain direction to a certain village from Heaven, and it will lead you to another dimension. Well, we've already been to the Nether, so that's clearly the entrance to the end. So yes, you can finish the game in the traditional style, even though this is an adventure game. I've still made it an option to finish the game by killing the Ender Dragon. You can do that, and you can come back from that. But I recommend you should do that, because in the end I'm going to hide something very, very special indeed. Something that will make the rest of the game a lot easier every time you play it. But of course you have to go through everything to get that. So remember that. I don't think it's going to let you see what's there. It's just too far away. But there's some interesting things there. Very powerful things. It comes later in the game. Oh, you can see some of it there. You won't see much because it's too far away. There's one building there and there's another behind it. We better turn around and load up these chunks in this direction, haven't we? We won't be going anywhere. Right. By heaven, I miss you. Okay, where are we going now? Let's get our bearings on the Bards Dungeon again. Here it is. So, I can just about make it out. What isn't quite loaded there, that's the nether entrance. So yeah, it basically kicks you out to the full 1000 distance from the 0 point. Takes you all around that 1000 distance in a big semicircle, if you like. Something like that. And we're going to kick off to the right in a minute and actually go towards our destination from the back of the Bards Dungeon. Like I said, this game was not designed to be all action. There are elements of it where you just kick back and watch the landscape float by, and this is one of those elements. There is another journey which is similar, although not quite as long as this one, I don't think. Well, that's debatable, but it's a more direct journey. And that's the other place you can go to from the 0 point tower. And one of these places will enable you to access another area which is inaccessible in any other way. So really you've got to explore every link from the 0 point tower, every minecart direction. And one of those places will give you access to a very special area indeed. So keep exploring. The only time you really have to go off the path and go rogue and go cross country is when you want to find the end. But the clue to that is at the end of the Bards Dungeon, as you saw in previous video. So, Emerald City, here we come. This is my second attempt at making this video. On the first one I hadn't made a video for an entire month, so I forgot to switch on the microphone setting on the recording. That was clever. So I recorded the whole thing waffling away, only to find that my voice wasn't recorded. That was last night. So today hopefully we'll get a nice take as we leave the Bards Dungeon behind and everything we know. We go forward into the unknown. I thought about just putting some music over this video and letting it ride, but it would completely contradict the style of all my other videos in this series, so I'm just gonna waffle. You will get an idea of the scale of things. If you remember looking at the maps, I must remember to update all them before I release this game. If you remember looking at all the maps, you'll get a better idea of the distances. The original map, hidden under the Green Pyramid on Survival Island, pretty much just covers the inside of that 1000 by 1000 block area. And you get the full map, of course, when you get to the big dark cube, the obsidian cube inside the Bards Dungeon. And that will actually show you Emerald City, but you can't really understand it from the map. We're getting much closer to it now, although we still got a bit of a distance to go. We're going to be going over the sea, leaving the mainland. Bards Dungeon's gone, it's behind. We're off into oblivion. Let's get some weapons prepared, just in case. Eventualities, you never know. Do we get a shield going? I don't think we need to. Not at the moment. Not unless it gets dark and I get stalked by those horrible flying things. was a wasted arrow, wasn't it? Didn't know it loaded up. Always fascinates me in Minecraft how these ice biomes spawn right next to the desert biomes, and sometimes they're within each other. It's quite bizarre and makes no sense. I'm very drawn to those though. And we're going right out to sea now, aren't we? The sun's going down. Beasties are going to be coming out. Here's the moonrise. We should start seeing something on the horizon soon. Look to the moon. You might start seeing a hole in it. Depends how close we are. We're going to arrive at Emerald City at night, which is not something that's happened to me before in this game. That's going to be interesting. I know, last time I went here, there appeared to be a hole in the sun, but it wasn't. It was actually Emerald City in front of it. So it's not going to look like a hole in the moon now. We're nearly there. Yes, this track did take some building, if that's what you're thinking. I built a lot of it by hand, but then this was the game I learned to code build in, so I think one of the hardest things to do correctly and accurately in Minecraft is basically to copy and paste stuff. It's essentially what it is within the game and the code, because it's really tricky. You have to line it up with certain directions and things like that, but that's how I built most of this track. Built a section of it, copied it, and just kept pasting it. And of course that'll only go for a certain distance, so then you have to copy another bit and do it again. It's quite a process, and if you get one number wrong or minus sign wrong, you will just ruin your build. So it's a very, very careful and very accurate process. If you get anything wrong, you mess it up. So it can actually take longer than building by hand if you get it wrong. So not for the faint-hearted. This is Emerald City, we're approaching it. We're finally here. It's quite a way out, as you can see. It's quite close to the 5,000 mark, actually. We've come a long way to get here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you the mystery tour. There's a reason for it, but I'm not going to show you the rest of Emerald City until the next video, because it would just take too much time. So that's why this was a bit of a special video. More about the journey than the action. We've been quite lucky, we've not been attacked by those flying beasties. The last video I attempted of this, I was followed by about 25 of them. They just kept growing in number. They kept sniping at me all the way here, and then the sun came up when I arrived here last time. Now it's the other way around. So they haven't had time to find me and catch up with me yet. It's a bit of a strange place, Emerald City. Very different from everywhere else in the game, but that's what I intended. When I do build, I go into the zone, like a lot of creative people do. It's a bit of a zen place. And often I don't know what I'm going to create, and it just comes out of me, or something works through me, however you want to look at it. Apparently my heart slows down. I go into this real kind of hypnotic Zen state. It's really hard to explain. And this is what came out of it. All I intended was for it to be very different from anything else in the game, and this is what it turned into. And it's kind of strange. Yeah, that is a giant sword encased in a cage. Makes no sense at all at the moment, does it? Not much does. Exit? Exit to where? Okay, we've arrived. Welcome to Emerald City. And Mojang, have you solved the disappearing minecart bug yet? Let's find out. No, you haven't. Okay, I can update that. I've now joined them so that I can give them bug updates. But yeah, that's why I've installed this. Of course, they're everywhere now. Let's take a few of these. Okay. So, we have made it to Emerald City, which is a very strange place, as you can see. So, no, we're not going to go back to the Bards Dungeon yet. What we're going to do is take the mystery tour. Let's go. Ooh, yeah. Where's the mystery tour go? Are we going backwards? That's what it seems. Ah. Wait. That's the train we came in on up there. The track. Where are we going? Well, you'll soon find out. Over here, I had to make this part of the game because it's a very interesting and very unusual spawn. What we've got here is a nice, very picturesque village. And right in the middle of it is a very strange pillager station. It is literally touching one of the houses. That's how close it is to the village. I don't know if there's any villagers left now, but I know there was certainly a lot of pillagers about last time I came here. But you'll see what I mean. It's quite an unusual spawn. It's the way it's been spawned. The pillager station's quite tall. But yeah, you could not get closer to a villager's house. It is literally touching it. You'll see what I mean. Nice little savannah biome village. But yeah, check it out. Counting my stars, I haven't been attacked by those flying beasties. Phantoms, that's their name. Why can I never remember their name? The Phantoms. They like eating my flesh. Look at that for a pillager station. It's crazy. There's one in there. I can see him already. Look, that house is actually touching the pillager station. In fact, it's almost like embedded into it. Look. Never seen anything like it. Crazy. What was that? Oh, this village does have a golem. I don't know if there's any surviving villagers or not. So, if we take a little walk over here, I'll show you the real reason for coming over here, which actually had nothing to do with that, although that is quite a sight, isn't it? Look at them. Hey, look, they're trying to get to me now. If we look over here, oh, look at that. Emerald City. The city that names itself. That was our reason for coming. So we can go back now and you can see this properly. This is how I wanted to reveal it, how I built it. So you can see it properly from the distance. You can only see it from this village. Because that's the way I designed it to be. There we go. Now you can see Emerald City the way it's meant to be seen. This took some building as well, I can tell you. This was all built by hand, Emerald City, every bit of it. What took me the longest? Probably the lettering in the sky, I think. But then working out how you travel through everything took a very long time. Oh, we got sunrise. Awesome. Good timing. Sunrise over Emerald City. We're going to have some fun with this in the next video. Yeah, that took some building, believe me. You can travel through it all. And we will in the next video. It's kind of fascinating the way I've done it. There we are, Emerald City in all its glory. A very strange place. This is why I built it here. I love this bit over here. You've got this giant chasm below, which I built something into as well. You'll see in the next video. And I just like this spot. Something about it. You know, when I build, I explore the land in every direction. And I build into landscapes that I like the look of. There we go. So, we'll make this Minecraft cart disappear. Grab another one. And we'll see what's what in the next game. Next video even. So, it's the Bards Dungeon, signing out for now. I'll see you later. Hope you enjoyed this video. The next one will be a bit more action packed. I'll see you later. Namaste. Peace out.